Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Key Gripe, the show for short, sweet reviews of new release movies, plus the one thing that annoyed me the most. And today I'm going to be talking about the new film, Logan, and yes, there are some major spoilers. In the year 2029, the mutants are all but gone, leaving only the remnants struggling to survive. But when someone comes looking for Logan for help, he finds himself with a target on his back once more and a mission to protect a young girl who is very much like him. The film stars Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, Daphne Keane, Boyd Holbrook, Stephen Merchant, Richard E. Grant, Elizabeth Rodriguez, and Eric LaSalle. And the film is directed by James Mangold. From the first 3 minutes of this movie, Logan was hard R. Fans have been clamoring for years that Wolverine needs to get some real blood on his claws. Well, they got it. Following the success of the R-rated Deadpool, Fox gave Logan the thumbs up to be hard R, and you can tell there is a lot of pent-up rage in this movie. It is bloody and it is profane. But that is also a homage to the dark, violent character that we've seen in the comics. Logan is not the nice guy. Logan is a dark character. Logan is the swan song for one of our favorite on-screen superheroes and the actor who played him. Despite the recent rumor that Wolverine might appear in Deadpool 2, this is officially the last time for Jackman, and it is also the last time for Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier, at least potentially. And honestly, I am more than okay with that because they gave us a worthy movie to say farewell to Wolverine. Now, it isn't exactly the Old Man Logan story, but it definitely has pulled elements from that comic book line. We see our hero struggling with age and his body not responding the way it used to. But more importantly, that the adamantium on his bones is actually killing him from the inside. Likewise, we have an old Charles who has seizures that could kill a city block. Now, despite trying to lay low with Charles and another mutant, Caliban, Logan is found by a nurse seeking his help. She wants Logan to take a young girl away before she's captured by this evil organization. Now, if this sounds fairly cliche, that's because it is. The story is very predictable. They telegraph far too many things, so you don't really have to guess how it will all play out. And they even throw in a Shane reference so you know exactly how the movie is going to end. If you've seen Shane, of course. But the girl isn't just any girl. It's X-23, who is a clone of Wolverine, meaning she has the same powers and the same attitude. But this gives us more of a character story than some outrageous doomsday plot that you see in something like X-Men Apocalypse. When Logan looks at X-23, when he looks at Laura, he sees himself, but obviously he doesn't want to. It's not like this fatherly type of adoration. It's more of this like disgust at looking at himself in the mirror and what he has become. Now the acting is quite good all around. The familiar banter of Logan and Charles is still very much there. But this feels like age because we've known this character-actor combo since 2000's X-Men. There are so many ways to close the book on a character, and in this case they chose reality. They chose a story showing years later just how fragile life becomes, even for mutants. Newcomer Daphne Keane is sharp, pun intended, and the action choreography for her is amazing. Even as a minor character, I did enjoy Stephen Merchant's Caliban as a sort of foil for Logan. And then Boyd Holbrook is menacing as the villain, but he's not particularly memorable either. There is one villain, however, that is certainly memorable, and that's Dark Wolverine, or X-24. And this definitely reminds you of the Wolverine of old, except without any moral compass whatsoever. My key gripe, though, there were a few choices that Mangold made throughout the movie that I wasn't impressed with. But there is something that really irked me, only because I watched Night and Day recently. Mangold, as a director, has some of the most egregious use of green screens I've ever seen in movies. In this case, there's a scene where Logan, Charles, and Laura are in the car, and it is so painfully green screen that it's actually a distraction from what they're saying. What they're saying is important, but I'm focusing on just how bad the green screen looks. I really don't get how something like this still flies in 2017, especially in a blockbuster like Logan. Overall, this is, in a way, the Wolverine that we've always wanted to see. It's violent, it's unhinged, and it's bloody. But the frailty of his age and the memories of ghosts that haunt him make this an exceptional look at one of our favorite characters. And it is a farewell story, but it is a fond farewell, and thanks for Jackman's portrayal of Logan, as well as Stewart's portrayal of Charles for so many years. I will say this, if this were the last true X-Men movie, I believe it would be a worthy end. While it is still a very flawed movie, it does give fans one last great adventure for Logan, and it's definitely the one I think we deserved. I'm giving Logan an 8 out of 10 for being a worthy ending, still a very flawed movie, but still a lot of fun. Let me know your thoughts on Logan, how you felt the end of Jackman's career as Wolverine came to an end, how you felt about it. And that does it for this episode of Key Gripe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Nice work. Good job. If you like what you saw, you can just go ahead and click that subscribe button for all videos past and future. You can also head over to my website and see all the other stuff that I do, including the books I've written. So go ahead, click stuff.